Welcome everybody to a new Palcon cast. I am your boy Nightshade 19833. You can find me in game on that. I will post my links below for my Twitch. I will post the Palcon Discord and Palcon Anara on the links below when I post this. Tonight we have a very special guest. All my guests are very special just for the fact I've flown with them. And it's phenomenal. We have Commander Bronco in the house tonight. How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm doing all right, all things considered.
That's true. You have been through some health complications, and you are still here.
Yes.
You are not. You are not the first. I interviewed Happy. I don't know if you've ever flown with Happy, but Happy has had many a strokes. He is on voice chat, sometimes hard to understand, but he is a phenomenal man. So you're not the first with the health issues. Oh, you've flown with him in a Hazres?
Yes, the entering Hazres for small ship security.
Nice, dude. Happy is a wonderful man. He is actually out here.
Damn good night.
Oh, yeah, he is. Happy's actually on his way to my carrier Prometheus right now. He last I saw, I think he was like 74 jumps out. We'll get into my expedition later, and I wish you would have joined in on this. But we'll go right into the questions. So tell us about yourself, your commander name, and your favorite thing to do in game. I can't talk.
Well, my commander name is Bronco Crouch, which Crouch be my last name. And Bronco comes from two things. One, I'm a Denver Broncos fan in the NFL.
So am I. I grew up in Denver.
And two, many years ago, I got launched off the back of a horse.
Oh, I've been there too, man. I've been there before too, dude. I mean, that makes a good name. Like my Nightshade is actually I don't want to get into religion, but I grew up a devout Wiccan because of my mom. So that is my Wiccan name is Nightshade. So Well, but no, I am a Denver Broncos fan to the end. I was born and raised in Denver. So I am right there with you.
Well, I was born and raised down here in Mississippi, and the reason I became a Broncos fan was watching the Super Bowl where between the Broncos and the 49ers at the Superdome in New Orleans.
Was that the year Elway won back-to-back?
I think so.
That's what I'm thinking. I think it is. Because I remember that. Just for the fact, and I grew up in Denver and was born and raised there, like, I have always been a Denver Broncos fan. I always will be. But now that I live here in Wisconsin, I do kind of root for the Packers occasionally, depending on who they're playing.
Well, if you look on Discord, my avatar on Discord is Colonel Reb.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Shit.
The old mascot for the Ole Miss Rebels. Now, that being said, I grew up down here in Mississippi. We never had, up until the Tennessee Titans came into the league, much professional football down here in the South.
Yeah, no, you haven't. And actually, my fiance lived in Mississippi.
Down here. So, I try to never miss an Ole Miss Rebel game.
Oh, I don't blame you. My fiance, I think her ex-husband was that way, and they always went to games all the time. But yeah, no, my fiance actually lived in Mississippi for a long-ass time, I think.
Okay.
Damn, I don't even know.
Once we're done here, ask her, Rebels or Bulldogs?
I'll have to ask her. So, what is your favorite thing to do in Elite Dangerous? That's what we're talking about here.
Well, in Elite Dangerous, I don't like to primarily think of myself as a trucker, and I just recently got my my cutter set up for hauling.
Oh yeah, you did. You just actually
Yeah,
got your cutter, didn't you?
yeah, just recently. And if it wasn't for the fact that I just had this surgery, and in the days leading up to these things, I'm always extremely nervous. So I take some time away from almost everything just to get my head
Oh,
in the game.
I don't blame you on that. I'd be right there with you, my man. I'd be right there with you.
So I haven't been flying much in the past few days leading into this surgery.
And see, that's where I wasn't flying that much. I was leading up into my fiance's surgery, so it's kind of I know what you're going. I mean, I don't know exactly what you're going through because it wasn't me going into surgery, but being with her, it was I wanted to be with her and not so much in game. And now that she's home and resting comfortably, I've been able to get back into the game and
Well,
we have the expedition that we've been doing so far with my alt and Dragon Tamer. So,
I'll be praying for your fiance. All right.
oh, she's got me so proud. She is doing awesome. Like she barely asks me for help. If I'm right there next to her, I'll help her. But other than that, dude, I am so proud of her the way she's doing. I'm proud of you. You're what, 2 days out of surgery and you're sitting here with me right now?
Uh, More like let's see, it's
What,
six
a
20.
day?
More like 12 hours.
Yeah, see, and that's what I love about Palcon. Like you guys are phenomenal. Ever since I joined Palcon, which we'll get into this, which
No, it's not 12 hours. I
well
got out of surgery at 11 a.m. It's only been about 7 hours.
yeah, see, dude, you are like you're a fucking trooper. Holy shit. So let's go into the second. We'll get to Palcon because I want to know your thoughts on Palcon too, but we'll get there. So
Okay.
what brings you back to the game? What brings you logging in day to day on the game? Me personally is the fact that I can fly a spaceship, I can land on planets, and the community. The community actually is number one, especially with Palcon. I have been in many squads before, and Palcon has been the most like best. Like they help with anything you need. So for me, it's the community and the people we meet, like you, Happy, Dragon Tamer, Colin, Rhino, like all the people I have met in Palcon, it's been phenomenal. So for you, what is it?
Oh, most definitely, it's been the community. It's been the community with within Palcon. I mean, you just said it yourself. I mean, I came from when I first started out. I ran with a small trading wing out in Imperial space. Wasn't very big, maybe 6 or 7 people. That's how I got my T9. After that, when they basically stopped playing, I moved on to the fatherhood.
I was in them too, and they never responded to any of my questions.
Yeah, and once my health problems surfaced in 2021, I basically stepped away from the game for a while, and I'm coming back. I said to myself, I got to find me a good squad to run with, and that's where I found Palcon on Facebook. I
Yep,
think it was
that's where I found them. I
said it's
think
one of
it was Rhino I found
yeah.
first on Facebook. And man, they've been welcoming and I have ran with them long enough. Me and Remy, I think, are the only 2 3-star paladins right now in the squad. And it's been a wonderful ride with them.
I'm still Padawan right now, and I'm looking to move up anytime soon. I like to play the long game here.
oh,
But
I put myself goals. I'm like I'm getting it through Nova, and then I went to uh,
I like to set myself a goal every day when I'm
yeah,
flying.
yeah.
Every day I try to set myself something to accomplish.
Yep. I fully understand that because that's where I
Right.
went.
Tomorrow, my goal is going to be to finish out bookmarking the Braintree locations.
Oh, okay. I only have one
I
bookmark on
I
those.
think two of them already bookmarked.
Nice. You'll have to share those with me because I only have one. I
I think I've been trying to share it with the entire squadron.
They then if you've shared them with the squad, they're probably in there. I'll just have to look. I have so many bookmarks, it's ridiculous.
Oh, you and me both.
Especially doing like the exploration with the interstellar phenomena or mining or whatever.
Yeah.
I've got so many bookmarks.
Me and Tex are talking about doing that, doing the booze cruise soon, but we're also talking about helping me get into some exobiology.
Oh, dude, if you guys need help, I can. I posted a video on the YouTube for this podcast, Exobiology 101. What you're looking for when you scan a planet, and then what you're looking for when you land on the planet.
Yeah, I will definitely look that up.
So I'll send you the link once we're done here with this for it. And like, dude, exobiology and exploration was pretty much what I started with. Hence the reason of my alt Harley Quinn. So Harley Quinn technically started as a social experiment in a few different games to figure out if people were as nice as they seem to be. And Elite Dangerous, top of the list. Other games I've played, World of Warcraft and other games, and it just kind of went down the list. And
Don't get me started. One of the worst, I tell you, one of the worst PvP environments I've been in was in a game back when MMOs were just getting started called Asheron's Call.
see, mine was Ultima Online was my first MMO.
Now, I played when I first started Asheron's Call. I started on the Thistledown server, and which literally became famous for their defense of the Shard of the Herald. Long story short, every other server smashed their shard right off the bat. Thistledown defended theirs for the entire damn month.
Yep. I know how it goes. That's why I stick with Elite. I have been playing other games, Lethal Company and The Forest, which are not, well, I guess they're kind of MMOs, but I play them with a friend, and I'm hoping to get her on the podcast sometime soon. But she got me into those.
Well, the only other games I play besides Elite are things like Skyrim.
Oh, I
And
have Skyrim VR, and Happy actually just gifted me Fallout 4 VR, which I haven't played yet.
well, I heavily mod my Skyrim.
I have it modded in VR, so.
I'll bet that's slick.
Oh, dude, Skyrim in VR, like when I play Elite in VR, I can sit in my chair. I have my, my HOTAS. I got my keyboard. I know where everything is. When I'm playing Skyrim VR, if I'm sitting, I'm crouching and sneaking. I actually have to stand up, and it is phenomenal playing Skyrim VR. I'm not gonna lie.
See the clip on the side of my headset right here?
Yep,
I use Track IR on my Elite Dangerous.
nice. Yeah, I have my my Oculus Quest 2 that I use.
I had an Oculus Quest too, but my nephew, he's 9 years old now. He wanted an Oculus. So what I did was I made a trade with my sister. The Track IR for the Oculus Quest 2.
Nice.
It's my nephew. Come on.
Yeah.
It's family.
Yeah. Dude, I love my Oculus. So we know you're in PalCon, so that'll skip one question. About PalCon, what do you like about being in the PalCon squad?
Mostly, I'm going to say this because it may sound funny to you, but the fellowship and in this squadron. It's been so much. It's been so much better as far as being active and just the nicest people.
Oh, we have a lot of active players. I mean, it's nuts. Like between around the world. Like I have talked to people. The last podcast that me and Dragon Tamer did, we had somebody from Poland pop in, and it was like 2 a.m. there, and it was like, dude, are you sure you want to do this? Like it was 2 a.m. and he was hanging out. I
I mean,
happy is in the UK. I have
we
talked
have
to.
guys in the UK. We have guys in Indonesia. I mean, it's
Oh, we got
we're
people all
worldwide.
over. It's amazing, like the community we have within
And some of the
Palcon.
best people.
Like we are all here to help. We are all here just to hang out and have fun. It's like the
And
the number one rule of Palcon: real life comes first. Like I've
I
been in
don't know
squads
why
where
people
it's
hang around. I mean, these are some of the best people I've ever been in a game situation with.
yes, same here, and it's some of the squads I've been in. They seem like real life comes second. The game comes first. It's like, dude, I can't do that. Like, I have a family. I've got a 2-year-old son that I have on the weekends. Like, I can't sit here and keep playing the game 24/7. I got a job. I got a family. I've got,
Well,
other obligations.
I've
But
got my health issues, but that's got me retired now. So
yeah, but see, the thing is no matter what your situation is, no matter what your health issues are, no matter what your real life situation is, we're here. Real life comes first, and that
and
is the
that's one of the things I love about this squad.
like they don't care if you're having real life stuff. Like I am the podcaster. I am the main Twitch streamer. I am a trainer for the US side. I am the 3-star one of the 3-star paladins. I've got a lot of stuff within Palcon, but if I can't do it, they're not like, "Hey, what the hell, dude? Like you should be doing this." It's like, "No, dude. Like my life comes first," and they completely understand that, which is
Oh
the
yeah, definitely.
best thing ever. So what is you said you're a trucker,
Hmm.
mostly in game, and that's kind of where I started, doing a lot of back and forth trucking within two systems. What else would you say would be your strong suit in game, or something you would want to learn in game? I guess
Well, right
like
now I'm focusing not only on trucking but also on combat.
okay, so are you a new combat pilot?
Uh, a little bit. I've been steadily engineering my ships.
Okay, that's where
So
I'm at.
just about every ship I run for combat runs a combination of multi cannons and beam lasers.
That nope, that's what mine runs.
My beam lasers are always going to be long distance and thermal vent,
What do I have mine? I don't remember what mine are.
and the multi cannons I always have one corrosive.
I
So
think
that's a lot
mine
of work.
are. I think mine are efficient for more ammo capacity, so I don't have to keep running back.
Well,
I think those are mine, and then my AX ship has beam lasers, the AX multi cannons, the caustic heatsink launchers because you
yeah,
need those.
I've
Uh,
started building out an AX ship myself. It's a chieftain.
See, I have a chieftain, but I did the what is it? The Phantom, I think. Is it the Fat? No, the Mark II.
Yeah, a lot of people
Uh,
run the Great Mark too. I've noticed in AX.
yeah, just for the fact that with the people I've ran with, and I've only done Spire sites, I haven't done any of the Titans yet. The Spire sites, it's great because you're just basically a support chip and making money, really.
Hmm.
The next one I do want to do is a chieftain because that'll be more of like a Titan ship than the Mark II.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm right now just in the process of working on that ship. So
Yep,
I'll know.
I'm still in the middle of building mine. Like I said, I've done some Spire sites. Like Spire sites are pretty easy if you get into. Maybe I should post that Discord too. The Anti Xeno Initiative. They also have a private game, or a private server you can play on, and they mainly do the Spire sites, and they do have wings for the Titans. But the Spire sites, like if you just jump in, they don't care what your skill level is. They'll invite you to a wing and hey, come out here, let's have some fun. If you die, you die. You know,
Yeah, the
they don't
remodeling
care.
isn't that bad.
It's all about learning, man. It's all about learning, and even that's what Palcon is about, like learning. Like if I've
Yeah,
trained a few people in on foot stuff, and I've trained a lot of people in exploration and exobiology. Those are my two strong suits, really.
I've always said that I've still got a lot to learn because the minute you stop learning is the minute you stop living.
I learn something new every day about this game. It has never stopped since I started. I started on Xbox, played on Xbox for 2 to 3 years. I streamed for 2 years on Xbox before a follower gifted me the PC game. Went into PC, and I have not turned back since. Like it's all about the PC, especially with Odyssey. Like I love exobiology.
I'm going to have to get into that. Yeah.
I love exobiology. Like I'm on. I was on my alt a little bit ago, and just or 3 different planets. I made almost 50 million from scanning 3 different biologicals.
Let me guess. First footfall stratums.
Oh, first foot, dude. Like where we're at right now, I have had so many. My name is on so many systems between my main and my alt, and first footfalls, first discovered biologicals, first discovered stellar phenomena. Like dude, it's phenomenal out here right now.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like we have so many people out here. It's phenomenal. Like I think we have 15 people on this trip. Colin's going to wait another week and then bring his carrier out here if somebody wants to come back early. Like we've got a lot of people out here flying around right now, and it's amazing because everybody in the expedition chat that I just brought you into is going, yeah, this is a first discovered system. This is a first discovered. This is first footfall. This is this. It's like, yeah, like this is what we're out here for. It's amazing. So your thoughts on worst and bad ship, worst or best and worst ships in the game?
Well, that depends on what you're building it out for. Now,
No building, no building. Just what is your personal worst ship that you hate flying?
Sidewinder.
I'm right there with you. I
I cannot stand that little Dorito.
mean, it works a little bit, when you first start out, but when you can start getting better ships, then you're like, what the hell is this?
My favorite ship is because it can do just about anything. Is the Python.
I'm right there with you. I have two different Pythons. I have one for hauling and I have one for deep core mining.
I've got one for hauling that I recently built out for this little test cruiser I'm going to that Tex and I are talking about doing. And then I've got my combat Python.
See, I don't have a combat Python. My combat ship is Corvette or the Chieftain right now, is what I have.
Well, I've got three different combat ships right now, besides my AX Chieftain. I've got my Python, which is the main ship I use for any kind of combat. For small ship security, I've got my Imperial Courier.
See, and that's where I messed up. I went with the Eagle, and it sucks. I gotta build a different one for that.
Now, the Eagle is the most maneuverable ship in the game. It just lacks the firepower. Even if you engineer it to all hell, it just lacks the firepower.
It has nothing.
Those two small hard points ain't worth a diddly squat.
Nope. And that's where I messed up. I'm like, I'm gonna go with the most maneuverable, and then it was like, oh, I'm out here doing the small ship security, and I can't make a dent on anything.
And then I've got my Fer-de-Lance.
I had one of those on Xbox.
I built it out for combat just for shits and grins.
It is very maneuverable and very quick.
For medium ships, it is probably the fastest, most maneuverable ship out there. But the Python also packs a good punch.
It does. But my FDL on Xbox, I had it engineered all grade 5. It was fast, maneuverable, and you could take a lot of people out. But now it's like there's other ships, I guess, that are, more maneuverable with it than the FDL. But I love my FDL on Xbox, which kind of sucks. I lost it just for the transfer from Xbox to PC, but I can always build another one. I bought the game on Xbox. I have it.
I mean, it's not like you're hurting for credits, is it?
Well, a little bit. I helped some people get some fleet carriers along with my alt, so I'm a little down at the moment.
Once you come back off that expedition, you're going to be raking in the credits on the.
Oh, I am, because right
on the exploration data.
Well, and even that. Right now, I have on Spanish, I have a what is it? Expressway to Exo Mastery, and when I finish it, I'll be at 7 billion credits when I turn in all the Exo.
Yeah. So as I say, you're not going to be hurting for credits once you
not when I get back. No, but right now, yes, I really am, especially with filling up 2 carriers with tritium to make it out of here. But I mean, this expedition is phenomenal. My first expedition, I had 3 people. Now I'm on 12 or 15 people that are out here with me, which is phenomenal to see. It really is. It's awesome to see that the first expedition I put together was me and 2 or 3 other people. And we went out for a month. And again, we're out here for a month. And we still have 3 weeks before we start doing the return trip. And the people that came with me is phenomenal. People are out here. They're flying around. They're looking for stuff just like I am. And I'm training people out here as well with exobiology because they have no idea what to do.
It's part of what makes PalCon great.
It is it's Well, my first expedition was in Palcon, but nobody was interested because there was a couple wars going on, and more people are more into combat than
Let me
doing.
guess, with the fatherhood.
No, this was BGS stuff.
Yeah, well, they're pretty big into BGS, especially in oh Hajin guys. So
I mean, we as Palcon, we're big into BGS too, but you don't have to do it. Like I am part of a lot of the stuff for BGS, but I don't do a lot of it because I'm either out exploring or trying to get engineering materials right now. So they're not like, oh, you're not doing BGS, we're gonna drop you from it. No, I still keep my eye on it. Like all the once you hit Paladin, you'll get more channels in the Discord, which will, you know, bring you more into BGS if you want to. BGS is a
right
pain in
now,
the ass to learn.
even right now, whenever there's a war going on, I'll bring the Python and help shred some ships.
Yeah, and see that's all they really want. But when you get more into the BGS, it's hey, this system to this system. If you're doing some trade or this system's an outbreak, we need you to bring, you know, like medicine or this that. And the other. I mean, it's a lot more in depth than just the combat side of
Yeah,
it.
and I could probably do a lot of the trucking with my cutter.
Yeah, and you really can because that's what I've done. Like, if some systems are an outbreak, I'm bringing medicines or you know whatever the system's asking for. But the
On it.
BGS is very very in depth, and it is very hard to learn. I'm still learning it as we're going. So it's like when we get back from this expedition, it's going to be asking them where are we dropping off our biological information, where are we dropping off our exploration and codex information to help the BGS. You know, it's not you just go to a system and drop it off. So it is very in depth with BGS.
Oh yeah.
So your thoughts on the upcoming updates? I know there's going to be a lot of updates. There's new ships coming out, new Titans that we have to fight. Like, what are your thoughts? We'll just go with the ships because I really want the Python Mark II.
Very
It looks
much.
beautiful.
That Python Mark II looks like something out of Battlestar Galactica.
Well, hence the reason why my carrier is named Prometheus because I love Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, I'm talking about the original 1978 series, not the
Oh,
remake.
I know. I've watched them all. I love Battlestar.
I've been a sci-fi fan my entire life. True story, my dad took me to see Star Wars, the original film, in 1977 when I was 2 years old.
Nice. That would have been awesome.
It was, and it's made me both a sci-fi fan and a movie buff since. My mother got me into Star Trek and Galactica and Buck Rogers in the 25th century, which I binged on that 65-inch TV behind me.
Man, I haven't watched. What was the last Star Trek I started watching? Discovery, I think. I'm only like 2 episodes into that.
I haven't even started Star Trek Discovery. I was talking about Star Trek: The Next Generation,
Oh,
Voyager.
I've watched all of Next Generation. I've watched all of DS9. I've watched all of Voyager, all of
Enterprise.
Enterprise, and then Discovery. I watched. I haven't watched Picard yet, which I need to.
Picard was good in the later seasons when they started bringing back some of the old Next Generation cast.
Okay, I'll have to. I haven't started it yet, so I'll have to check that out. The other show that I've binged is Sequest. That was always a good one.
Uh huh. It really was. And oh, Farscape,
Yep, Farscape. What was the other
Babylon
one?
5.
Oh, there's so many that are just phenomenal. Like
The 90s was really good for sci-fi.
it was. I mean, even now, like have watched. I haven't watched the newest season, but The Witcher was another one that I love to watch. But I've also played the games.
Try reading the books.
See, I haven't read the books yet, so I'll have to check those out. Like
And I'm going to tell you this, that there is another author in the kind of dark fantasy genre that if you like The Witcher, you would love.
I'll have, you'll
And
have
I got
to.
turned on, and I got turned on to this guy through another YouTuber called Razor Fist. This guy's name is Michael Moorcock, and the character is Elric of Melniboné.
Hmm. I'll have to. You'll have to DM that to me so I can check it out.
Yeah,
Sounds
as I said,
sounds good.
I read the novels, but it's actually best in bande dessinée or or the French graphic novels.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah, send me the author and I will definitely check it out.
Oh yeah,
So your preferred control scheme, what do you use? Keyboard, mouse, controller, Hosta,
X56.
X56. All right. That's what I'm going to upgrade to. I'm using the T1600M right now.
Well, I've been using the X56 since 2022. I started out when I first bought it. It was for another simulator called DCS World, which is strictly a combat aircraft flight simulator.
Okay.
I mean, you can fly anything from the F-14 to the F-15E Strike Eagle.
Huh.
And
I'll have to check that out.
I've always had an interest in aviation, so I decided to pick it up. But it's a little too in depth for my old brain here, so that's another one of the reasons I stepped back into Elite. The control schemes are a heck of a lot easier to remember than
That
all the
that is
controls for
true.
an F-14 Tomcat.
That is true because I've played some flight simulator games, and even with the downgraded version of what you have with my T1600M, the controls are like trying to figure out, what does this do? What does this do? What does this do?
Yeah,
So I fully get
and
it.
I could actually share with you some of the screenshots I took in DCS World with the aircraft that I was flying in it.
And if you want to send them to me, I'll always take a look. So, do you fly mainly flight assist on or flight assist off?
Oddly enough, I'm a little of both. If I'm in a combat situation, I turn flight assist off. If I'm just trucking, I'll have flight assist on and sometimes even super cruise assist.
See, I'm so lazy. I do flight assist on or super cruise all the time because I'm just lazy, especially with exploring. Because sometimes the planet you got to fly to are 1,000 light sec or 100,000 light seconds out or whatever. So I'm always lazy with that. But in combat, I am a bit of both. I do flight assist on and flight assist off.
It depends
Like,
on what situation I'm in, honestly.
yeah, that's where I'm at. It just all depends on the situation of the game. Like combat, I switch it on and off. Um, when I'm out here in the middle of freaking nowhere, it's I do it on. I do Super Cruise Assist because nobody's out here. Nobody's going to attack me. Granted, I have come across pirates at 20,000 light years out from the bubble. It's very random, but you will get interdicted, and you're like, dude, nobody's out here. Like, what the hell? And they're trying to go after your cargo. It's like, wow, dude, you're way out here. And it's always been, NPCs. It's never been an actual player.
The thing is, though, an NPC pirate it is, if you ask me, easy to beat the minigame.
Oh, it is. It's super easy.
I mean, I've beaten the minigame in my T9.
Oh, I have too. But most of the time I just submit and then boost away because it's faster.
I prefer to give them a big old fuck you and keep on trucking.
I mean, I do that too, but like if I'm in my cutter, it's a lot faster to just submit to it full throttle and boost away. Because you do like 3 boosts, your FSD is, excuse me, charged faster than theirs, and then you're at your final destination before they hit you again most of the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do the mini game sometimes and try to get out. So what third-party apps do you use and why? Like me, I use ED Copilot, I use Jag, which not a lot of people know about Jag. I use Spanish, EDMC, and Coriolis are the ones I use.
I use EDMC, ED Discovery, ED Copilot, and I think that's about it.
Yeah, I don't think you're part of Jag or anything yet, which Jag is all about the BGS stuff that shows you systems, the influence, what other people in Jag that are doing to influence systems or what the war is, and what assets we have. That's
Yeah, I'm
way
not
more in
ranked that
depth.
high yet.
Yeah, seriously. If you don't want to do it, don't. I decided to do it, and it is a pain in the ass to use, really, because sometimes the tick doesn't show right away, and it's a pain. That's where I go into the BGS discussion in Discord and be like, "Hey, the tick didn't show. What do I got to do here?" And it's a pain in the ass. It really is. I mean, I enjoy it for the fact I can see all of the systems that Palcon has, their influence, what state they're in. If we're doing an expansion or wars or anything like that, like I can see it all, and I know what to do for the most part. But sometimes it doesn't work that well, and then you're like, hey, what am I doing here? It's a pain. I love Edie Copilot though. I love how sassy she can be, which is hilarious.
Yeah, your co-pilot's a smartass.
Oh, she is, and I love that one. That's why. EDMC is another good one. Coriolis for ship builds is way better than what is it, EDDY or whatever. I don't like the look of that one.
EDS.
Coriolis,
Why it's one of
yeah. Coriolis, I think, is just easier for me personally. I mean, it's all about personal preference.
Same for me.
The next one that at some point I'm gonna get is the one for the engineers, and I can't think of the name of it right now.
Well, EDMC has that built in.
Yeah, but there's another one. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head right now.
I mean, if I need to look up the materials for blueprint I'm going to be putting on a module, I'll look it up in EDMC.
And that one works. Well, EDMC works great for that. But there was another one strictly for the engineers, and it would automatically like import your game and what materials you have. And I can't. I can't think of it. I really can't think of it. It's right there. I have it written down in one of my notebooks
It'll come to
somewhere.
you.
It will. As soon as we're done with this and I go lay down to go to bed, I'm going to be like, that's what it is. Because that always happens to me. So,
Yep.
outside of Elite, any games that you play or would recommend?
Well, as I said before, I'm big into Skyrim, Fallout 4. When I'm out going to appointments for either myself or my mom, I have a couple of mobile games that I use just when I'm in the waiting room. That being the one I play the most being Fate Grand Order,
Hmm.
and also just because I love sci-fi, I love Star Wars. If you ever get a chance, try to get into Star Wars Squadrons.
I I think I have that one on Xbox, and I haven't played it yet.
To me, there was nothing more iconic than trying to fly an X-wing.
I have played Old Republic quite a
Oh,
bit.
I've got that too. The MMO.
Yep, I've played that one quite a bit because it's free to play. So I've played that one quite a bit.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've actually got that one as well. I'm a level 75 Sith Juggernaut.
See, I don't even think I'm that far. I downloaded it and tried it, and I'm like, this game's cool, and then I keep forgetting to go back to it. The games that I play when I'm not playing Elite are I and so I've and this is one from Xbox, but I'm also a big hunter, so I've played Call of the Wild, the hunter one. I have recently got into Call of the Wild, the angler, so I'm out there fishing. I'm also an avid fisherman. Lethal Company, which is actually quite fun, which is it's creepy because it's like a horror game, but it's fun at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Skyrim VR, Fallout VR, or Fallout 4 VR when I actually try it. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. Starfield I play, and
Well,
that's mainly
make sure you mod out your Fallout 4.
yeah. I'm definitely gonna have to do the Fallout 4. Starfield I play mainly on the weekends when my son is here. I have finally got him into where I can play Elite when he's here, but other than that, it was Starfield because Starfield you can pause, as where Elite you can't. Um,
Yeah, that's
uh,
one of the things. That's one of the reasons I got out of DCS world because with my kidneys being what they are, I'm up and down, going to the head, and you can't do that when you're flying a mission in an F-14.
yeah, and see that's where like I was playing Elite, my son would need something or have to go potty or it's like I can't pause this game. As where Starfield I could. I've dabbled into Star
And
Citizen, and Star Citizen
I
is
could
a
always find a nearby star base or fleet carrier, land for a few minutes, and get right
and,
back.
and see that was the thing. Like I'm always either in combat doing the wars for Palcon, or out exploring, or I'm trucking, and then all of a sudden, like I'm in the middle, of super cruising, and it's like you need something or have to go potty. Well, what if I get hit by a pirate? It's Starfield just made it a lot easier to where I could
Yeah,
play a game, and if I'm in the middle of a freaking gunfight, I could always pause it. but he's getting better, so I'm able to play Elite now when he's here. I switch my setup. Being an avid Twitch streamer, I am not the biggest Twitch streamer in the world, but I run a dual PC setup. So what we are talking on right now is my laptop streaming setup. I have two monitors there for that. So I have one monitor I'm looking at with you and chatting with you. The other one right now has Discord up. My main PC, my big desktop is what I run the games on, because then with streaming, my desktop is not going to try to optimize for streaming and try to play the game. My laptop is strictly optimized for streaming. My desktop is optimized for gaming. So everything is even and going. Hence the reason I have a badass capture card. So nothing slows down. That's
I got two screens here too. I mean, I got Discord on one and this chat on the other.
I have three screens. So I have my gaming screen, which is straight in front of me. I have the one I see you on, which is right there. And then I have my laptop, which is running Discord and actually has Spotify up right now. But I can't play music because once I post this on YouTube, if there's any type of copyrighted music, this will never show up.
Right. I've had that problem too because I run a little YouTube channel myself.
Yep. And that's where I don't like YouTube. When I'm running on my Twitch, I am an affiliate on Twitch. So running music in the background does not matter. If I record the stream instead of just doing the live stream and I record it and post it, then there's a copyright infringement. But if I am just strictly live streaming and I'm listening to music on Twitch, nothing stops, nothing gets monetized. As where you're on YouTube, if you're live streaming and listening to any type of copyrighted music, they shut you down.
Well, what I've done with my small YouTube channel, I've only got about 150 followers.
You got way more even than me, because it was strictly for the podcast, and then Colin uploads it to like.
I took story heavy games, like say for example Mass Effect.
Love Mass Effect.
Recorded them and turned them into episodic TV series.
Do I love Mass Effect, and I have actually. I went through Mass Effect 1 streaming on Twitch. Mass Effect. Actually, I'm on Mass Effect 2 right now. But before I restarted with 1, 2, and 3, I did Andromeda because I have already beaten 1, 2, and 3 before that. Now I'm back on to Mass Effect 2.
Legendary Edition?
Yes. I also bought the original Metal Gear from PlayStation, which I haven't streamed yet, but I have that, which I want to stream because I love Metal Gear. I want to actually start streaming Metal Gear 5 Phantom Pain, which I actually just restarted. I have so many games I want to stream, but I don't have time. And then
I've got so many games I want to work on as far as turning them into a series. Like I'd like to do that with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh wait, that's the second one.
No, that's Jedi Survivor you're thinking about.
Okay, yes, you are correct. Yes. And that's where, okay, yeah. I've played Fallen Order.
And let me tell you something, the voice work on those games is incredible.
Well, see, I'm also a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I have all of them up until the newest ones that just came out. My favorite trilogy, because it's the only trilogy in the Assassin's Creed series, is the Ezio trilogy. So you got 2, Brotherhood and Revelations. Great fucking storyline. Great voice work. Great cinematics. Great gameplay. Great the storyline. I know I'm going to say this twice because I've already said the storyline. But the storyline between the 3 are phenomenal. And then Black Flag is another one that has the amazing storyline. Syndicate, amazing storyline. Valhalla, amazing storyline, and I want to stream all of these too, but I just don't have the time.
I started working. I started working on doing something with Skyrim called. Okay, so now I'm a Nord, which is me recording. I already recorded all the Skyrim footage, but now I've got to do my own voice work. Like,
Oh, I've thought
okay,
about doing that.
I've wound up in Skyrim. What the hell do I do now?
And see, I've thought about doing that with just my streams, like just drop me out because I always have a video camera. You know, I have the camera up, so you see me no matter what when I'm streaming, like Elite. But it's like I want to drop the camera and then like just play as my commander. You know, like I come from a D&D background. I play D&D still to this day, and I have books behind me and shit like that. I still play D&D to this day. I still play Vampire the Masquerade to this day, all the book versions. And it's like I even in with even within Palcon, I would love to set up like an role playing wing where we have to talk like your commander, have to fly like your commander, address everybody as their commander, you know, like straight up a full out RPG. And nobody is like bitten on it.
That sounds like fun.
Oh, dude, it would be phenomenal. Even just being out here doing like the exobiology and exploration, just be, you know, when you're talking to people, you have to address them as your commander. You know, tell them where you're at, what you're looking for. Even in like if you're in combat with a wing, you know, it'd be like, yeah, I'd be like, Commander Nightshade to Commander Bronco, I got somebody on my tail. Can you get him out? You know, shit like that. Like actually role play
Yeah,
your character.
we were. I was in a Hazres not long ago with Flinks and a few others. They were talking me through their wing command strat deal, and
Yeah.
I added my own little person. I added my own personality to it, and they
Yeah,
were
but
laughing their ass off. So I was like, okay, I got an anaconda here. Wax them.
yeah, you know, dude, that would be phenomenal to have people that would like to do an actual like an RPG run of like small ship security or something, you know, where we all are the commander, you know, like addressing everybody as their commander, or, you know, and actually like being your commander and role playing it would be phenomenal.
To me, that's what I'm actually doing because my commander name has my last name in it.
I role play it in my head, and I talk to myself in my head because nobody else wants to do it. So, you know, if we're doing small ship security, or even like you'll see in the expedition chat, um, I role play it in there. Like after we're done here, I will throw something in there that, you know, this is your captain speaking. Found this, that, the other in these systems, because I always bookmark the system so people can go check it out. And then
Oh,
I'm like, I'm gonna jump into the bunk of my DBX and call it a night. I'll be, you know, back flying when I wake up. You know, shit like that. Like I role play it in there.
Colin set up these today I did threads on in Discord.
You're not part of Shed. My Discord is like 9,000 channels long.
Well, he set these up for everyone who's going
Oh, I
through,
know.
and
I read them.
I write mine out like a commander's log
Yep.
from Star
I
Trek.
yours is actually, I love reading yours. Some people are just like, I did combat here, dropped combat bonds here. Yeah, if you really saw what I see on Discord, being part of Shed and being part of the moderator team of this Discord, it's really starting to get overwhelming with, I'm not gonna lie, like I love reading everybody's Today I Did, which I do. It okay, so this is gonna sound horrible, but it's toilet reading because that's when I have time to catch up.
You're not
it,
alone.
I was gonna say it sounds bad, but like that's where I catch up on everything. But I have so many channels on the Discord between your guys's Today I Did or the recruitment. I have the Shed chat. I have the expedition chat, which I am the leader of, just for the fact it's my fucking expedition. I've got the Palcon the Palcon chat for the excuse me, the Palwans, the Palweens. I've got the Paladin, which is for everybody. I've got the Watch, which is for a lot of the Shed team. I've got all the BGS stuff. I have the AX combat stuff. I've got all of you guys with Today I Did. I've got the recruitment strategy. I've got Shed chat. I've got so much stuff I have to try to read. It's starting to become overwhelming, but I'm dealing with it, plus doing the podcast, the main streamer on Twitch for Palcon. It shows up. I don't know if you see in Discord, you should have Streaming Lab, which the lab will show when I go live. Studio clips if I clip stuff.
Yeah, I got this. I got the lab right here.
Yeah, and then like I go into the studio chat, the voice chat, but nobody ever joins me because nobody ever wants to be broadcast over Twitch. So it's like when I'm streaming on Twitch doing like the expedition, I always say, if you're gonna join me in voice chat, this is gonna go over Twitch. Like I was flying my main Nightshade, me, and then before I went and had dinner and before we got into this, I was flying my alt Harley Quinn. I wasn't streaming Harley because at that point I had stopped streaming and shit like that. But nobody ever joins me in the studio chat, so I never go in there. I always put in there if anybody wants to join in the studio chat. If I see you in there, I'll join in. We can chat. Your voice will be going over Twitch. And most people don't join it just for that fact.
I honestly don't mind.
See, and
because as I said, awesome. I do my own voice acting for my Skyrim series.
Yeah, I gotta check that. You send me the link to your shit. I gotta check you out.
I will send you the link over Discord.
Yeah, dude, send me the link over Discord if you want me to. I can even put it in the description box of this just for people to come check you out.
Okay, 1 second. I'll send you the link.
Yeah, if you want to send me that link. All right, man. We have reached the end of this episode. I appreciate you hanging out with me tonight and chatting. You have you've been phenomenal. A lot of information, a lot of hanging out. You send me that link. I will drop it in the description. It'll probably be a day or two before this episode actually gets out, just so you know. But I gotta do the whole editing thing and all that stuff. But 99.9% of the time, it's the uncut, raw podcast. So, all right, man, you have been a wonderful interview. I appreciate you being here. And we will definitely catch you in flight. So, 07, Commander, you have a good night.
As I say at the end of a lot of my videos, keep on being awesome. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you.
There you go. 07, Commander. Have a good night.
07, Commander.